And we are finally live. Hi everyone, I'm Cryptic Hybrid. Welcome to today's live stream. It's been a while, it's been a few days. Hi everyone, hi, it's Monday, July 18th, 2022. It's really hot outside. I don't know how it is where you are, but it's not scorching hot, but it's like I'm melting. I'm melting here, but it's fine. We're no, you know, I'm inside. I'm gonna melt inside. You know, they're gonna find a puddle of water with a nice CH logo floating around, and that's gonna be me after. Sorry, after I finish this, I was almost going to swallow my Tic Tac. This is Mothmen 1966, the game we're gonna play today. This is a game that I've been waiting for quite some time because the developers, LCB Game Studio, they have pretty much, well, I would say they created a new genre. They call it pixel pulp, and it's this. I mean, you could say that it's closer to a visual novel, but in terms of the storytelling and the visual style, it's something that is set apart by, you know, without any objection to that. Mothmen 1966 is the first commercial project of LCB Game Studio. It's the first game in a series of 3. The next game that's going to come out, it's going to be this autumn, is called Varney Lake. And by the way, there's a demo, exclusive demo of Varney Lake in this build of Mothmen 1966. If you want to get Mothmen 1966 though, you can get it. It's available on multiple platforms. It launched just last week on the 14th of July. It's available on Steam, link in the description. It's also available for Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. All links in the description below. It's a game that's set in 1966, which, you know, as the title says, and it's set during the Leonid meteor shower, which apparently brings all sorts of weird things and happenings, and also weird creatures out of the woodwork. So we're gonna check it out together. This is Mothmen 1966, and new game. Let's just go. Let's start. Why not? Let's go. Come on. Prologue. Halt. The game has multiple characters that you see, you know, their perspective through. 3 red and 5 black in the discard pile. Of the 6 cards face up on the counter, 2 are red and 4 are black. So 5 red in all and 9 black. You have no more moves, so you have to bet now. So are we going to bet that it's going to be black or red? I'm going to say red. With so many black cards drawn, it feels natural to choose red. Numbers should be on your side. Then again, I don't think I'm that lucky when it comes to any gambling or, you know, anything like that. So, you know, I don't think I'll do great. Even though you've already chosen, you decide to stay away from the counter. You can't bear losing again. I mean, technically I'm losing against myself, but that's another thing. You think of your grandma, Elsie, trying to win a solitaire for over 60 years. That's commitment, by the way. That is commitment. You take a deep breath and keep sweeping. So Holt is a gas station attendant, and well, he's gonna go through some stuff. Elsie's been paralyzed from the waist down since she was 21. Your mom was only 2 months old. The winter Elsie taught you to play solitaire, your parents and sister had been dead for almost a year, and you'd already begun to forget their faces. Although you cook for her, do her laundry, bathe, and even dress her, it still feels like she's the one taking care of you. Oh, that's a little sad. That's a little sad, Holt. Come on, you're a grown-ass man. You close your eyes and almost feel Elsie stroking your hair. You're 11 years old again, kneeling next to her bed, crying your heart out. Suddenly, the bell rings and you feel an invisible force trying to drag you into the present. Alright, look through the window or keep your eyes closed. Well, I mean, we heard the bell, so let's check it out. Those fucking kids. Goddamn kids! The first brat is followed by 2 more. They step on the hose and activate the bell for a 2nd and 3rd time. You don't know what comes over you, but you yell some things at them that you're too ashamed to remember. I mean, he cursed them all. To justify yourself, you justify yourself thinking that they might be the ones who got into your garage that night and stole some parts of the replica machine gun you're building. By the way, lonely, gas station attendant, like parents dead, traumatized by his parents dying when he was young. He has to take care of a sickly woman for such a long time, and he's building a replica machine gun. I would say that if the FBI needs to put someone on a list, probably Holt would be, one of the candidates for that. Just he must be on a list somewhere. You won't let anyone mess with your project. The Winans steam machine gun is the jewel of your collection. Oh, he has a collection? Wait, a collection of weapons, I guess? Or machine guns in particular? The kids yell at you, "Old freak!" and laugh, sheltered by the distance. Deep down you know that it can't be them. How would they know which parts of the machine gun were worth stealing? I mean, okay, that's true, because it's 1966. So in terms of knowledge, like, knowledge accumulation, you can't just, search on the internet, so... Anyway, the guard dog's being brought over in a few days, and you'll be able to stop worrying. Let's check the hose. You think about what someone told you at the bar, about replacing the hose with a thicker one so that it could only be activated by the weight of a car. And what happens if the kids jump with their bikes and land on top of the hose without the wheels, you asked. Kids are always going to find some way to bust your balls, they replied. Alright, let's go back in. By the way, if you like the live stream, give a thumbs up, and of course, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. This is the best channel. This is the best gaming channel, not like just the channel in general, specifically the best gaming channel online. You try to calm down. You look at the shelves and think of the solitaire your grandma taught you. Oh yeah, because we'll still have the game. Your grandma always said that everyone has their place in the world, and that people keep dancing around it without even reaching it. That's quite poetic, actually. To win the solitaire, you have to stop dancing. You know that the chances of winning are incredibly low, almost zero. You can't bring yourself to turn over the next card and decide to start sorting the shelves instead. Doing simple jobs builds up your self-confidence and provides you some illusion of control. Alright, so we're gonna arrange the shelves. Okay, let's grab something from the lower shelf. I'm gonna grab the box and put it in the upper shelf. There we go. The bottle. Alright, I'm gonna put the bottle on the lower shelf. And then grab the can. And then put it on the middle shelf instead of the bottle. Alright, there we go. And this one on the lower shelf, empty space. Good. One type of product on each shelf. Ooh, spooky. Wait, the bell didn't ring. Right? It didn't ring. I didn't hear any bell. Because the hose is supposed to ring. Like to tell you that, someone, arrived at the gas station. But I didn't hear any bell. You scratch your head. This time, sorting the shelves doesn't help. You feel the same urgency as before, and you can't think of anything else. Is the card going to be red? You need it to be red. Suddenly, the air seems heavy, and you find it a bit difficult to breathe. 3 men in black are staring at you. Not those men in black. Galaxy Defenders, no. Through the window, you see a black Cadillac by the pump. Pump. Anyway, this is a pixel pulp, but that's the pump. Anyway. Yeah? You wish you asked them how they got into the station without you hearing the door open. Or how they left the car there without the bell ring. Exactly, yeah, because it didn't ring. But that trembling yes was the only thing you managed to utter. The moose. The moose? After a few seconds of not receiving any response, you decide to break the silence. Give them directions to the moose. Ask them what's up with the moose. Oh, so it's a store, like or a bar. Oh, maybe it's a bar. Continue straight until the first crossroads and turn right. After a while, you see the bar past the barn with a painted cross. Okay, so it's a bar. You can't miss it. None of the men in black open their mouths. Every second that passes, that smile on your face feels more and more ridiculous. The moose. You bought a woman a whiskey. You don't know if it's the right move, but you try to relax and be more friendly. Do you know of a more effective way to socialize? I don't think they like the joke. You told her the dream about your grandma. A chill runs through your body. It's been a few weeks since that night, and even though you had a good time with Martha and have no regrets, something about the way these men in black ask their questions make you uneasy. What? What do you want to know? Granny in the forest. One of the men farther back lets out a cracking noise. You look at him believing he's laughing, but the man in black's expression doesn't change. Let's tell them about the dream. I don't want to antagonize them. My grandma has been bedridden for over 60 years, but in the dream I saw her running to the woods. Start from the beginning, and don't omit any details. You don't know if it's the way they look at you or because of a certain authority in their voice, but you tell them everything about the dream. 5 or 6 weeks ago, you woke up in the middle of the night certain that something had happened to your grandma. You ran up to her room and Elsie wasn't in bed. The window was wide open. You ran to it and saw someone walking through the trees. It was her, and she was holding a rifle of the kind your ancestors would have carried in the Civil War. You tried to call out to her. Your grandma started running and shot 2 or 3 times into the blackness of the forest. You're about to go down to find her when a winged figure with glowing red eyes appeared in the front of the window and screamed. You stumbled backwards, and after hitting your head on the bedpost, you lost consciousness. You woke up in your bed and remembered the dream almost instantly. You went up the stairs, 2 at a time, and opened the door to her room. Your grandmother slept peacefully. On the bedside table was the glass of milk you bring her every night and the deck of cards she uses to play solitaire. During the days that followed, you tried to convince yourself that it was all a dream, even though you couldn't explain where the little stitches at the base of your skull had come from. After a few seconds, one of the men in black speaks again. The spots on her legs predate her birth, Holt. What? What is he talking about? Is he referring to dozens of moles on your grandma's legs? And what do they mean by saying those spots predate her birth? Elsie always makes the same joke when you sponge her calves. Be thankful that you have to clean my legs and not my grandfather's. According to what she told you, her granddad had been shot dead by an experimental weapon early in the Civil War when his legs were ripped to shreds. The Winans steam gun, son. A machine gun that doesn't appear in any book. You think about the replica you're putting together in the workshop and you wonder if it was the men in black who had stolen those pieces. You're not telling anyone else about this visit, Holt. You start to complain when one of the men in black picks up a card from the counter, the top card of the deck. The crunch horrifies you. The teeth of the man in black seems to tear more than simply paper. Desperate, you throw yourself under the counter and look for the card. Your heart is pounding. And they're gone. You look out the window and you don't see the Cadillac. You walk to where the car was parked a few moments ago. You step on the hose, and the bell rings. What the fuck? Jack of diamonds. Red. I knew it. You think about the edge of one of the men in black tore off, and you remember the noise he made when he chewed it. Was it a threat? A warning? You wonder if you should tell Grandma everything that happened, or just keep your mouth shut and keep playing solitaire with a marked card. I mean, they were real, right? The men in black? Maybe even the dream? Chapter 1, Lee. New character. What's wrong? I told you, it's nothing. That damn pause again. There's something she's not saying. Oh, why is it so loud now? Sorry, but it's really loud, the music. I can't hear myself think or read. The Mustang purrs. You shake your head, feeling sad inside. The sound of an engine hides no secrets. Lee, You're right. You bite your lip and sigh. Why is everything so damn hard? Victoria settles into her seat. Let's start over, okay? Where are we going? Keep quiet or answer the question. I mean, let's not be, let's answer. It's a surprise. Please? No, Vic, have some patience. You'll never forget this night. Victoria giggles and you think this is the best gift in the world. For a moment you forget all the previous discussions, your obsessions. A giggle, a friendly gesture, making someone feel good ain't rocket science. You look at the clock and can't believe your eyes. You left your house on time, but you're pretty late. How could you step on the gas? We need to hurry. Lee? Lee! You scratch the side of your head. Wow, you really hate being told how to drive. Lee? Why doesn't she just tell you to slow down? You take your foot off the gas. Thanks. You're trying your best. You really think Victoria could be the one? Really? With that attitude that you're like if she annoys you like that and you have to, I mean, that's not a good sign. The one. Your dad once said a perfect woman doesn't exist. Couples form when people get tired of looking and just give up. Wow, your dad was such a romantic. You remember your mother's rants, all those women's names she rattled off as if they were part of an endless grocery list. You won't end up like him. Anything but that. You try to smile and force yourself to be more cheerful. You want a clue? Yes. Victoria looks into your eyes and you feel a warmth on your face that takes you by surprise. You felt the same thing the first time you saw her in college. You kept looking at her for a few seconds that seemed like forever. What? Do I have a booger? Where? You can't help laughing out loud and have a hard time containing the urge to kiss her. Let's give her a clue about the origin. It comes from far away. Victoria makes a gesture for you to complete the sentence. You just shrug. It comes from far away. I mean, that could be anything. Guess then. The circus? Cold. It happened 100 years ago. Victoria answers almost immediately. After all, you're both majoring in history. The end of the Civil War? Nope, not in 1965. I meant exactly 100 years ago, Vic. Oh, let me think then. You're running out of time. There was a cholera outbreak in 1866, right? Freezing cold. And how twisted do you think I am to set up a day themed around a cholera outbreak from a century ago? One would be a source of superstition, but we're talking thousands. A source of superstition? A black cat? Victoria looks at you expectantly, desperate to be right. No, Vic. Just give me a minute. You won't guess it unless... You reach out to open the glove box and Victoria grabs your wrist. Better leave it to me. Victoria opens the glove box and examines its contents. A folder, a box, a flashlight. What are you looking for exactly? Tell her to look in the box? What's in the box? I mean, Victoria takes out the box and opens it. Let's see what you've been hiding. You think about saying something, but you instantly regret it and keep your mouth shut. Spare change, a lighter, a pack of cigarettes. Nothing to worry about, I reckon. Keep looking, please. Okay, the folder. Victoria opens the folder and examines the documents. Some papers, insurance details. Do you want me to read some of this? You shake your head. Alright, under the flashlight then? A book. 1966 Shelby Mustang. The car handbook? No, not that. What else? Try to see if there's something more. Well, I already got everything out. Wait, 1 second, there's this too. Victoria stretches out her hand and you finally grab the map you wanted. It was folded against the bottom of the glove box. You start talking and Victoria interrupts you. Hold that thought while I put everything back. You put the map on the dashboard while Victoria puts away the folder, the box, the flashlight. Vic, you know I like it tight in there. Very funny. Vic flicks through the book she found. Red Badge of Courage? Haven't you read this book 1,000 times already? You know she's testing you. Vic knows exactly why you carry it everywhere. That novel that portrays the era you're obsessed with like no other. What the hell is this? Suddenly you remember you're using the pencil sketch that Victoria drew on you in one of your classes as a bookmark. A sketch she begged you with tears in her eyes to destroy, and you swore you already had. Vic, I'm sorry. I swear. Watch out! Whoa, you swore to avoid a shape in the road. What shape? Victoria looks back. Lee? We almost ran that thing over. Well, what? Okay, well, what was it exactly? What was it exactly? You put your hand on Vic's shoulder trying to reassure her. Cause it just say the shape. What shape of what? Victoria points ahead. Just keep your eyes on the road, please. She's doing it again, telling you how to drive. But see, okay, if she's annoying to you like that, like, that's usually not the greatest sign for a relationship. Just in general, if you can't, just be together driving without, it being a problem, then at least this time she came right out with it instead of just saying Lee disapprovingly. You try to control yourself, but it's hard. It's just, it's not just this last thing, but the build-up of all the small gestures. Oh, great. You take the map and throw it in her lap. Victoria raises her arm in disbelief. The Leonids, Victoria. We're going to have dinner watching the Leonids. Victoria says nothing. Forgive me for trying to arrange the perfect date. Oh, don't be sarcastic, man. Jesus Christ. You try to keep silent, but you can't hold it in. A meteor shower. A phenomenon associated with the passage of the Temple Turtle Comet every 33 years? Victoria keeps staring ahead. In 1866, there was one of the most spectacular meteor showers ever recorded. I saw some lithographs in the library. Victoria doesn't even move. Everyone makes a wish on a shooting star. Imagine how many wishes you can make on thousands of stars shooting to the sky. Victoria settles in her seat. You know what, Lee? Shut up. You never heard that tone before from her. Just keep quiet until we reach. She pauses as she examines the map you threw on her lap. Health? Halt station? I mean, that's, you feel your heart pounding. Your hands are shaking. That's what she wants? For you to keep quiet? For you not to say a goddamn word? Your hands grip the wheel tight. All the preparations you made for tonight. Your friend Freddy had worked out the ideal place to see them in all their splendor, away from the city lights. And when you noticed Halt Station it was inside the area, you didn't hesitate. But now Vic had ruined it. What the fuck? Moth? No, sorry, bat. Something hits the Mustang's antenna. What the hell is that? Stop, Lee, stop! Stop the car. You slam on the brakes. Instinctively, you put a hand in front of Victoria to keep her from hitting the windshield. You get out of the car and find a dead bat in front of the headlights. The animal had hit the antenna and somehow got entangled. You can't believe it. What are the odds of something like this happening? Don't bats have some advanced echolocation system like a submarine sonar? What starts as a simple grunt in your throat emerges as a helpless scream. Fuck! This is what I get for trying to do something different. We should have gone to the movies. Lee, Vic's whispering. It doesn't take long to see why. Over there! The coyote is watching you from where the dark of the forest meets the light of the moon. Vic, we got this. It's not interested in us. You point to the dead bat. The scavengers. You hear a growl that quickly multiplies. Suddenly, you're surrounded. Ooh, five coyotes. It's not the first time you face coyotes in the woods, but you aren't taking any chances. When I say, run to the car as fast as you can. You try to recall all the advice you've heard for situations like these. Make lots of noise, wave your arms around. One of the coyotes in front of you approaches. Run and yell and gesture. Don't run yet. Yell at one of the coyotes on this side of the car. Yell at one of the coyotes on the other side. On this side, right? Because the one that got closer. Coyote to your left, center, right, center. Okay. Another coyote advances. You look into its watery, bloodshot eyes. Yell and gesture. On this side of the car, the one on your right, I guess? Is that the right? No, that's the left. Right? Okay. Okay, again. On this side of the car, the center. Oh, come on. Uh-oh, they're closing in? Shit. 3 coyotes advance at once. Yelling or waving your arms around won't be enough this time. Okay, back on the hood. Okay. The trick seems to work and all coyotes back down. For now. No coyote advances this time. It's your chance to go on the offensive. Throw a stone or okay, offensive when you're throwing a stone. You crouch down and find 4 stones. You pick them up. Let's throw it on the one on this side. The one on the left. Okay. The stone flies to the left of the coyote, making the one closest to it almost retreat. Alright, throw another one to the one on your right. The coyote retreats into the dark of the forest. Okay. The other side. The one right behind us. One less coyote to worry about. Okay, last one. Behind you to your right. The coyote retreats and you feel more and more confident. Alright, let's run to the car. Now! You get into the car, close the doors, and Victoria starts laughing. Although you know the reaction is more adrenaline than anything else, you start laughing too, and then kiss her. You start up the car, and the V8 roars into life. You resume the trip. After a few wordless minutes, you suddenly remember something. What, that you were being upset? Hold, Vic. We're going to Holt's gas station. Victoria starts whistling. The doubts, the fears, everything seems a bit ridiculous now. You think about the plans you made for tonight and smile. You really like to hear her whistle. So I wonder if this situation happened like before Holt got visited by the Men in Black, or after, or at the same time maybe. I don't know. All right, let's go with the next character. Well, the third character, Victoria. Lee turns off the car and looks looks you in the eye. He smiles, and that smile seriously pisses you off. Wait, why? Smile back. You try to return the smile, but you feel the hatred burning inside of you. Wait, why? But it's not just Lee. The problem goes deeper. Why did you choose to smile? Why is it so hard to tell him? What? Tell him what? Wait here, Vic. I swear you won't believe it. You bite your lip and take a deep breath. You see him greet someone. Holt? Lee had written Holt Station on the map he'd thrown on your lap 20 minutes ago. He'd written it by hand, and it might as well have said Hort Station or Halt Station. Hell Station even. Lee's handwriting has always been intriguing to you. You remember that time you mentioned it to him and he responded with a disproportionate anger. Why? Why would he be angry at, like, a comment about his writing? Jesus. A nonsensical rant which involves several philosophers of language. And all because you you told him his handwriting was dreadful. I mean, maybe you shouldn't have said dreadful. But you now know where those reactions come from. That night you two got drunk by the lake. Lee told you that his father would have wanted to be born. Wait, that his father would have wanted to be born ugly. What? After the initial surprise, you can stifle a belly laugh and Lee looked down. For a few minutes he didn't want to tell you anything else. You finally convinced him to continue. I always got what I wanted just by smiling. Ugly people have to develop those muscles. Unfortunately, those other muscles are the ones that last. You couldn't believe those words had come out of the mouth of a flesh and blood human being. Maybe some poorly written character from a cheap romantic novel, but Lee's father? You picture Lee that night, throwing pebbles from the shore while telling you everything about his father's teachings. All that frustration. Was that the night you got pregnant? Ooh, so she's pregnant, that's what she's not telling him. You've both been drinking. Suddenly, you find it difficult to breathe. The interior of the car feels like it's getting smaller and smaller. You need some air. Let's say hi. Holt, right? Holt seems startled. Hello? This is Victoria, my girlfriend. Be right back, Vic. You see them walk away with the box they took out of the trunk. And from the effort Holt's putting in, it seems heavy. So what was he delivering? What was Lee bringing to Holt? What's inside the box exactly? You're not stupid. You know that Lee has some business on the side beyond his work as an intern at the university. You heard some rumors, and you have your suspicions. However, you never did too much digging. You prefer to keep it a mystery, something to make Lee a little more interesting. You light a cigarette. Oh Jesus Christ! She's pregnant and she's lighting a cigarette. Well, this is, you know, the 1960s. Would Lee be a good father? And the question that you still haven't had the courage to ask, would you be a good mother? The clicks repeat at irregular intervals. Small moths approach the light to get electrocuted. Is that love, Victoria? You laugh and shake your head from side to side. You think of all the manuscripts you've torn up. You've tried poetry, drawing. History seems like an obvious choice. You don't need any talent to be a historian. Whoa, really? Damn. She's like, yeah, anyone can be a historian. That's kind of funny. She's throwing shade on historians. What's that? A bush? Hello? The man talks to himself while holding something in his hand. Have you seen any winged creatures flying over the area yet? For a moment you think he's asking some kind of tricky question and you remain silent. However, something about him tells you that he's genuinely asking. You look at the man bathed in the shine of the streetlight and the scene fascinates you. Surreal, some of your old friends would have said. The ones that organized poetry nights and read, okay, I don't know, L'Autrement, I guess. Excuse me, you are? Oh yes, sorry. Hill. Lou Hill. Writer. Victoria Greenberry. History student. Winged creatures, Mr. Hill? Lou, please. Can I call you Victoria? You nod. I'm looking into a dozen reports, Victoria. Numerous witnesses claim to have seen human-sized winged creatures flying over the area. Angels? Lou smiles, but the smile doesn't last long on his face. Look there, at the top of the trees. It won't take you long to find one. You aim at the area Lou just told you. Everything's blurry, so you decide to adjust the binoculars. Adjust the focusing wheel? Left. No, right. The diopter left. You move the diopter to the left and notice the change in your left eye. You cannot adjust that further to the left. Okay, so maybe it's the right. Does it have to be the same? Oh, wait. No, left. No, what? No. Right again. Right. Okay, that looks more like it. Now left. Huh. What the? It was just a second, but you think you saw something up there. Was it suggestion? I don't think they're angels, Victoria. But before I tell you my theory, I need your help. Could you draw in this notebook what you just saw? Yeah. At any other time, you'd have refused with some witty comment. But there's something about Lou Hill that invites you to play along. You wonder if the fact that he presented himself as a writer had something to do with it. Alright, draw the head. Little owl head? Yeah. Draw the body. Small, round, white chest with short arms and wings. Human chest with huge wings. No, that's not the one. This one. No, that's not the one either. No, that's not the one either. Draw the legs. Was it? I mean, I didn't really see the legs though. Before giving it back, you write some notes further describing what you saw. Lou hadn't asked for them, but somehow they make you feel less anxious. You never felt confident about your work. Lou looks at the notebook for a few seconds that feel too long. You think about that time you showed your sketches to your art teacher and how he embarrassed you in front of the rest of the class. Motherfucker. What? Sorry, I was talking to myself. You can't help but blush. Victoria? For once you're glad to hear Lee's voice. All good? Although he seems to be talking to you, Lee keeps staring at Lou. Lou Hill, writer. Lou holds out his hand. Lee Miller, historian. Lee walks over and puts his arm around you. His back to Lou. You know he must have been annoyed that Lou introduced himself as a writer. Although it's hard for you to admit it, you'd like to be hugged. You feel safe. You think you would also feel safer in your grandmother's arms or in the arms of any of the other strong women in your family. With the heat of Lee's body, the hardness of his muscles. You remember all those biologistic arguments you hate so much, and you can't help but smile. It's like you're cheating when when nobody's looking. Come on, Vic. Let's see the surprise. Close your eyes. You close your eyes and let Lee guide you. Now open them. Aww. So, what do you think? A romantic dinner for two under the same meteor shower that amazed our ancestors. You instinctively put your hands to your belly. And when you realize it, you quickly put it in your pocket. Cause, yeah, he doesn't know that she's pregnant. You look at the dog tied to the post. The dog growls into the dark. Huh. Is that the end of the chapter? Back to Holt. I wonder if we're gonna play with Lou. Maybe not. Maybe these are all the three characters. You've known Lou Hill for a few months now. The first time you talked to him was at the Moose. Lou was looking for information about some unusual lights in the sky. Nobody would talk to him. Before going to the restroom, you went over to his table and suggested he buys people a drink first. When you got back, Lou was already talking to Rick and Stella, their tongues sufficiently loosened. Lou raised his glass in your direction and smiled. Although it wasn't you who gave him the nickname, you still feel a little guilty. Since that night, most locals refer to him as Lou Refill Hill. What do you recall about the encounter with these men in black? You smile. What does he mean? It had only been a week. You think about how to answer. You know Lou, he loves asking questions. So you're going to tell him one thing and one thing only. No follow-up questions. Let's see. Tell him about the one that the one of them bit a card. Yes, because the men in black told me not to say anything to them, like to anyone else, like about the story, about the dream that I had about my grandma. So let's not talk about it. One of the men in black bit a card and told me not to tell anyone about their visit. Lou listens carefully. He seems to hesitate, and you seize the opportunity to change the subject. You know otherwise he'd keep asking you about the encounter all night. Red or black? What? The card. Red. You turn over the card. It's red. Good. It's a solitaire my grandma taught me. No one could ever win it. Lou suddenly seems interested. And how do you play it? Rules are simple, but winning? There's a reason why it's called the impossible solitaire. Let me show you. The objective is to move every card from the board to the discard pile. You can move any card whose rank is one higher or one lower than the topmost card in the discard pile. So let's say there's a 5 in the discard pile, you can place either a 4 or a 6 on top of it. And remember that if there's a K in the discard pile, you can place an A. A comes after K, and the opposite is also true. So, 20 cards to move. Seems easy enough, right? Turn over a card from... let's see. So it's... Okay, let's select a card. Let's go to the king. And... or should I put... No, let's put... okay, this one. Then put a 10, right? Let's try that. Put a 10 on top. 5. Okay, so I need a 9 or okay, turn over a card from the stock. When you're stuck, you can turn over a card from the stock to the discard pile. But to turn it over, you need to make a bet first. Black or red? Which one's gonna be? Lose the bet and you lose the game. Son of a bitch is almost unwinnable. Alright, I'm gonna go for bet red. Okay. We got a 9. I can get an 8. Alright. 8. I can go for a 9 or a 7. Let's select a card. Sorry, no. Let's turn over a card from the stock. Red again. Oh, black. For fuck's sake. Let's leave the game. What the hell? You hear barking from the back of the station. Oh, okay, so yeah, because he said that he was going to get a guard dog, right? That the guard dog was arriving. So this is, yeah, it's 1 week after the encounter with the Men in Black. So he has a dog now. Trent. When they brought him in, they told me his name was Chase. Fuck it, it's Trent for me. You know Trent, right? From the Moose? Tall, prominent belly and a scar parallel to the growth of his beard? He laughed heartily. Lou Hill might be a bit of a pain in the ass, but no one could deny that he was good with descriptions. You think about the book he's given you. He signed it and everything. Where did you leave it? I call him Trent because he barks like Trent on open mic Tuesdays. Huh. Come on, let's go to the garage and see the machine gun. Another chapter? Yes, back to Victoria. Okay. So this is his idea of a special date? Looking at shooting stars while holding your hand? Telling you his plans for the end of the semester? You can't stop thinking about the raw strength of the hug from a minute ago, or how he scared the coyotes away by yelling and throwing stones at them. You think about your friend May, all those dark fantasies she told you about. But holding hands like this, smiling and talking and looking into each other's eyes, feels like giving up, doesn't it? What does she mean by giving up? Like, this is supposed to be a romantic getaway. I don't get her. You know you're to blame too. Aren't you playing the perfect girlfriend role? No, cause he's annoyed by you, so obviously you're not playing the perfect girlfriend role, cause you're not doing it right. Don't you make eyes at him? Don't you say love whenever you call him? So is this it, Victoria? Is this what you want for the rest of your life? Why don't you make up your mind just for once? You think of May again, of those women she'd claimed to know who could solve your situation using a coat hanger. You wouldn't be the first or the last. The dog barks like a maniac and you appreciate the distraction. A mixture of guilt, anguish and apathy takes over you. And now what? Why is he looking at you like that? Why doesn't he say anything? Has he asked you a question? Ask him to repeat the question. I said if you're excited about the doors. Let's say yes. Of course you're excited. The Doors, Victoria? Yeah. Freddie told me they're about to release their first album and it seems like they're playing in New York. Are we going to see them live again then? The barking again. Even though you try, you gradually stop listening to him. Hesitancy returns and all those questions. I mean, if you can't pay attention to the guy you're with, like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have his child and maybe you shouldn't be together. Jesus Christ, both of you are, you know, like screwing it up. And the fucking dog won't stop barking. What had been a distraction is now driving you crazy. What the hell is wrong with him? Shooting fucking stars. Why don't you make a wish, Victoria? How about going home, covering your head with a pillow and sleeping for 18 hours straight? You feel like crying and you try to calm down. Uh-oh. Those eyes. That creature you thought you saw in the treetops with loose binoculars. Had it been real? Not just your imagination? Did she see it somewhere else? Oh, look, a shooting star. Vic! You know what? I'm tired of this already, exhausted. I've been trying for more than 10 minutes. Can you tell me what's wrong with you? You stay silent. You need to think. But Lee's right. It's not fair to either of you. With so much noise, it's impossible for you to concentrate. You know they're all excuses though. Winged monsters don't exist. It's just your brain desperately trying not to focus on what's important. The sudden scream chills your blood. And silence takes over everything. Wait, did it kill the dog? Did the Mothman kill the dog? What the... Back to Holt. Chapter 5. Oh, don't kill the dog, Jesus. Have you met Lee? Tall guy with a blonde girl? He made 0 graphic copies of some docs I've used to assemble this beauty. Where did he get the docs from? You bite your lower lip. Do all writers ask so many questions? Lee works at the university, in the history department. Lou adjusts his glasses. You don't know why, but the gesture irritates you. The Winans doesn't work like a normal machine gun. Normal machine guns use gunpowder to fire projectiles. Do you know what the Winans uses? Centrifugal force. Interesting. Lou repeats the gesture with the glasses. Today Lee brought me some ketchum grenades. Do you know about kitchen grenades? Lou shakes his head and readjusts his glasses for the third time in less than 5 minutes. You take a deep breath. Although you can't stand Lou Refill Hill's tick, you enjoy talking about your collection of Civil War weapons. Ketchums are similar to footballs in shape. They have to land on their nose to explode. They were highly inefficient. In Port Hudson, for example, the Confederates used sheets to catch them without exploding, and then threw them back at Union soldiers. Lou's about to say something when you hear a scream that makes your blood run cold. You grab the shotgun without thinking twice. It's coming from the back, come on! You don't have the good feeling about this, something's not right. Well, yeah, so screaming in the night? I could guess so. Trent, no! Whoa. Although it feels like a dream, somehow you know the creature is real. Your dog's suffering is real, and there'll be no waking up from this. Shoot the creature. You aim your gun. Shit! But you don't have a clean shot. Run to Trent. You hear the muffled moans of your dog, and the fury blinds you. You drop the shotgun and grab onto the chains. Son of a bitch is going to strangle Trent! Come on, hurry! But before they arrive, you feel the pull, and the floor disappears under your feet. Hold on to the chain. Oh! Although you manage to hold on for a few minutes, you finally let go and fall into the thick of the forest. Ooh. 3 branches penetrate your body, and you die before reaching the ground. Alright, let's try that again. Release the chain. Hold! You know you should hit the floor soon. Don't move! Listen to Vic, Holt. Her sister's a nurse. No bones seem to be broken. My dog! Victoria and Lee help you to your feet. Lou doesn't take his eyes off the winged creature for a single second. He let go. He just let go. What? 1 second. I know where your dog is, Holt. Wait a minute. Got something in the car. Sorry, that was Lee. Let's go. A gift from Freddy. Cool, right? A gun? You try to get up, but you feel dizzy and stumble. Victoria gives Lee a disapproving look and helps you keep your balance. Follow me. Thanks. You'd have liked to smile at her. After all, Victoria just wants to help. I can do it by myself. You get your rifle and walk with the rest into the blackness of the forest. We should go in that direction. No. I think we should go that way. Lee? Now what? The place where Trent fell, I've calculated by projecting the point where the creature dropped it on this map. You've calculated? You've calculated, you say? Weren't you a writer? Lou, don't mind him. Do what you want. Constantly checking the map, Lou leads the group on. We should be close. There! Your heart is pounding. Please. Compress his chest. Use both hands, just like that. How curious. Did you know that the cardiopulmonary resuscitation procedure was discovered by Dr. Knickerbocker while he was trying to save a dog? As he speaks, Lou carefully examines the tops of the trees. It was at Johns Hopkins University. Victoria rests her hand on yours and moves her head from side to side. You stop pressing and a few tears roll down your cheek. The interesting thing is that is what happened to the dog afterwards. Shut it, Lou! Lou adjusts his glasses. You look at Victoria. You're too afraid your voice would break to say thank you. Why didn't you shoot? Why didn't you try to blow the creature's brains out? Well, I tried to, but the game said I didn't get a good shot. Although, you know, it was a pretty huge creature, by the way. Pretty huge creature. I could have saved the dog, I think. I mean, you know, the dog didn't have to suffer, basically. Well, suffer more. Like, he didn't have to fall, he didn't have to die. Anyway, I officially do not like Mothmen. So anyway, not the game. I mean the actual Mothmen. And that maybe there was nothing you could have done differently to save him. Lee, have you seen Lee? You stand up and look around. Lee's gone. Uh-oh. Okay, and then we go to a chapter with Lee, because he went somewhere else on his own. Is that the thing? I'm guessing? Yep, okay. Chapter 6. You walk faster to keep your thoughts at bay. What the hell is wrong with her? Why does she even listen to him? Writer, says the fucker. What a loser. You walk to the woods confident that you will be the one to find Holtz's dog. What then, Vic? What weird little face will you make? What the? Uh-oh, the man in black! Hello? You feel like someone is watching you. You're walking through a dense forest area where the darkness is almost total. You walk even faster than before. Finally, you reach a clearing and look up at the sky. The meteor shower is gaining intensity. Your heart is in anguish, and you find it hard to breathe. Are you watching the Leonis, Victoria? Are you? You hold your head in your hands. I mean, he's not gonna cry. By the way, my dog is dreaming at this point. Maybe you, hopefully you can't hear her, but she's dreaming. You stretch your arms and take a deep breath. They can't break you. I mean, but this is the bad. Like, that's not the way to think about it, Lee. What do you mean can't break you? Victoria is not... She didn't set out to break you. Maybe you're just not that compatible with one another and you're just, you know, moving along instead of breaking, you know, or either doing something about it and talking to one another, you know, talking about your problems, or just break up. Jesus Christ. What the? You seem to hear something, a kind of rumor. You think of the noise hands make when they shake the dust off an old volume. A river? You try to think about the map you've got in the car. You can't remember seeing a river here. Further west, sure, but here? As you get closer, you hear it more clearly. You feel a kind of calm. Not peace, but numbness. What is it? Suddenly, the whitest light you've ever seen floods the ground. Even when there's no river nearby, the sound is deafening. What? You feel the light pulse with painful intensity, as if millions and millions of red ants were sinking their little jaws into your skin. Pain turns into light. You want to scream, but you have no mouth, nor larynx or lungs. And the white that precedes everything consumes you. Was he adopted by aliens? Okay, that'll be pretty cool. You don't know how long it takes. You feel the urgency of what is yet to be, and white makes you desperate. A goat? What the? You feel the white light leaving your body, and you hear your own voice screaming at the top of your lungs. What's going on? They're gone. You drop to the floor and cover your head with both hands. You're filled with a sense of completeness that you cannot explain. We all need a little darkness. No? Not darkness? No? I'm guessing they're gonna find Lee, right? They're gonna go looking for him and they're gonna find him and he's gonna be changed. Lee? Where's that idiot? Calm down, Victoria. Lee knows how to take care of himself. Holt's right. Lee's going to show up eventually. Did you know that he chased away a pack of coyotes with screams, some stones, and a blow on the hood of the car? Lou smiles. You wonder if it's authentic or a calculated gesture to show some empathy. Holt? What? What's your business with Lee? Hall looks at you for a few seconds before answering. You think of one of the computers at the campus. The IBM 7040. You know what it's called because you once wrote a poem with that title. Holt is like that computer. From the outside it's impossible to tell what's it evaluating before giving you an answer. I shouldn't tell you anything. Holt lowers his voice. But you shut Lou up back there, so I'm going to make an exception. Holt tells you about Lee's business, the sale of original Civil War pieces, the xerographic copies of historical documents. Don't worry, he knows what he's doing. You hear twigs snapping. Lee, obviously. Who's there? Grandma? What the hell? What? I thought it would be Lee. It's his grandma, not the... okay, this is getting crazier and crazier. Like, Mothmen, Men in Black, potential alien abductions, and you know, like, walking old women who were paralyzed for 60 years. The sight of Holt's grandmother holding an old rifle mesmerizes you, so they can all see it. The whole thing looks like an image from some Wyeth painting, a wet dream for almost any of your classmates. An image that not only defies gender stereotypes, but also demolishes social construct like that of grandma in classic stories. The expression on Holt's grandmother's face changes, her features soften. My legs. Grandma! Holt picks up his grandma and helps her sit against a tree trunk. He looks at his dog's corpse and beckons you to come closer. I need to bury Trent before carrying on. You nod your head. How do you feel, ma'am? Confused. Here, Victoria. You didn't hear him approach. You grab the handkerchief without thinking twice. A strange feeling runs through your body. Shouldn't you have at least considered some other option? Clean up her legs. You rub the handkerchief against her calves and gradually remove the mud stains. Scrub harder. I was probably your age when I stopped feeling my legs. Holt's grandmother sighs and closes her eyes. Have you ever seen so many moles together? Lou speaks almost in whispers. You wonder why. Let's go. Lou picks up the old rifle and examines it briefly. Holt looks at you with an expression you can't quite make out. Are you okay? No, you're not okay. But what are you going to tell him? That you're pregnant? That your boyfriend is missing? That winged creatures out of all pulp magazines are apparently more than just fiction? Well, you could say that you're fine. You walk for a while in silence. What was... Try to think of something else, Victoria. A few minutes ago you all started hearing the screams, noticing sudden movements in the treetops. We're almost there. Back at the... Whoa! There are a lot of Mothmen over the gas station. You find it hard to believe what you're seeing. Why are all these creatures flying over the gas station? Interesting. Holt punches Lou in the shoulder. What? Interesting? Do you find it interesting what they did to Trent? We're not in one of your cheap books, Lou. A sudden silence befalls the group. Suggest a plan? Why not? Listen. No, you just cover me. You close your fists tightly, trying to exercise the impotence you feel. Was it that hard for him to hear what you had to say? You shake your head from side to side. What's even the plan? Running with his grandma in his arms? Why does he have to be the hero? Halt! The shriek chills your blood. Fuck! Lou looks up to you as if waiting for something. How many bullets in your rifle? 3. Not enough. Hope it's enough. No, I don't think it's enough. Holt and Elsie are halfway to the gas station. 2 winged creatures on the street lamps. The light, Victoria. These creatures seek the light. Tell Lou to take aim. Okay, so they're here, right? So, okay. Aim for the farthest lamp on the right. Aim for the center lamp on the right. Closest lamp on the right. Okay, so there's so there's one lamp on the left and 3 lamps on the right. So which ones would make the most sense? Cause like not the closest one, cause they're already halfway through. So, and they're trying to go here, so I'm guessing the center lamp on the right and then the farthest lamp on the right. 3, 2, 1. You have 2 bullets left. Okay, tell Lou to take aim. Farthest lamp on the right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, another one down. And the winged creature flies to the farthest pole. You have 1 bullet left. Okay. The farthest one, right? The one on the left. Let's see. Oh shit! Too far away. Run to Elsie and hold. Oh, I get it. You try to reach the building, but the winged creatures rush at you. The pain blurs your vision and you lose consciousness. Okay, so we have to just shoot the 3 posts, the lamp posts on the right. That's the thing. Take aim, farthest on the right. Oh, sorry. Shoot. Okay. 2 bullets left. Okay. Take aim on the center one. Maybe I also need to take them away from the. Oh wait! Oh sorry. That was okay. Sorry. I just screwed up. I clicked really quick. Sorry. Take aim at the. Okay. Closest lamp on the right. Shoot. So that the winged creature is gonna go probably in the middle, right? Yeah. Okay. Then let's take aim on the farthest lamp on the right. Get rid of that one there. And that's gonna go on the left side, right? Yeah. And then let's say center lamp. So that's gonna be just one Mothman left. Okay. To the farthest pole, and it does so over Holt and Elsie's heads. Desperate, you run to help. What? The winged creature rush at you. Okay, but why? Why did they rush at me? Okay, let me think. Okay, let's try this. Let's aim at the center one. Come on. Then aim at the closest one. Right? So that's gonna go on the left. Okay, the farthest pole, okay. And then the farthest one. Okay, third lane, the farthest one. But that's because that's farther out, so maybe. Okay, let's see. The winged creature flies to the farthest pole. The 2 creatures fight, take flight, and get lost in the night. Okay, that's it. Run to Elsie. All clear. Help me with Holt and Elsie, and let's get inside fast. Is someone going to make a wish? You laugh under your breath. You look at Holt, and he looks away. You wonder if he's pissed because you saved him. I don't think he's pissed because we saved him. I think he's just. I mean, he lost the dog. His grandma is, in his arms, although she should be at home. You still can't believe everything that just happened tonight. You know that that as soon as you stop to think, You touch your belly and fight back the tears. Lou looks at his watch. The Leonids are reaching their point at highest intensity. The screeching is deafening. Frickin' creatures. I think I saw one in a dream. Lou is about to add something but suddenly falls silent. You approach the window and rest your hand on the glass. You can't stop looking at their dance. Before meeting Lee, you've had some experiences in college. Experiences by which you sought to open the doors of your perception. Lee doesn't know, and you don't know how he would react if he found out. Well, basically, okay, this probably means that that Victoria was taking some drugs. She was experimenting with weed in college. But the strange dance of these creatures in the sky beats anything you experience while tripping. See? It's mushrooms. She was probably taking mushrooms, yeah. Big deal. I mean, it's, you know, it's 1966, so... Alright, chapter 8, Holt. They call him the Jivar of the Hills. What he did lacked a ritual component. It had nothing to do with it, with the taxidermy business, even less with mummification. His shrunken animal heads were art sold as collector's pieces. One afternoon, Liam, his only nephew, stole a bear head. The head had been emptied of viscera and was floating in a solution his uncle used in the early stages of the miniaturization process. Liam lifted the head out of the bucket, wiped it dry, and put it on, like a helmet. Ugh. He stripped naked, left the house, and ran into the village. Liam entered the church in the middle of the mass, screaming at the top of his lungs, waving his arms up and down as if he were clawing. One of the congregation members pulled out a gun and shot him. You remember the sheer terror you felt when you saw the bear man running towards the altar. This is worse. Huh? Worse? Worse than what? You tell him the story of Liam and his uncle, the Jivaro of the Hills. Jivaro maybe? Something like that. Somehow you feel safe telling them stories from the past. As for what's on the other side of the window, this fear can't be any more present. Got some clippings from the case. Liam's story was an unfortunate event. It explains what happened to him, but it also provided an all too easy explanation of other sightings in the area. The dog man, the owl woman. Many people told me stories about similar creatures in the moose. Lou adjusts his glasses. Lou Refill Hill. I think I don't know what they call me in town. It may be true that some people make up stuff just to get a beer, but imaginations have limits, and in the long run we tend to rely on real experiences when telling a story. Mothmen. They're somehow related to the Leonids and the gathering of all these creatures. So there's like, you know, furries in addition to all that. In addition to the Mothmen, we have furries. By the way, if you like the live stream, give it a thumbs up real quick. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. It's the best gaming channel online. Come on. It is. It really is. Maybe he's right, and all the creatures outside started to appear after the aerial dance of these Mothmen. Mothmen? Why Mothmen? Why the name? Moths are attracted to light. You look at the sky illuminated by dozens and dozens of shooting stars and you nod. You like the name. Not because of Lou's explanation, but because you know it's easy to squash a moth. This isn't the first time that Mothmen have appeared during the Leonids. That's what he means. Among other references, they're mentioned in the oral histories of the Ojibwe. I don't know what that is. A tribe maybe, from collecting the diary of a Jesuit missionary in 1683, who even dares to draw them. Many believe that the creatures described in this diary are thunderbirds, but the Jesuit's drawing look much more like the Mothmen. And the most interesting part is that he draws lines around them. Some researchers think that these lines are kinetic, a way of representing the speed of the creatures. Lou slides a finger across the glass, following the trajectory of a shooting star in the sky. but I think these drawings depict Mothmen with the Leonids in the background. We're talking 1633, 1666 maybe. Let's check on our grandma. Grandma? Better? What are those shrieks, love? It's painful for you to see how confused she is. 1 second. You turn on the radio. Static. Let's move the dial left. No matter which way you turn the dial, all you hear is static. You've never sung at the Moose. Not even on those nights where everyone egged you on and the booze in your system had drowned your inhibitions. Almost without realizing it, you start singing the lullaby Elsie used to sing to make you sleep. Although more than 40 years have passed, the words came to your mind one after the other. You close your eyes and caress her hair, singing all the time. As soon as you feel the rhythmic breathing of your grandmother, you get up. What was that? Lee? Yeah, but I don't think it's 100% Lee. I think it's a change Lee. I think he's there's something that happened to him. He's not it's not 100% himself. He's been modified somehow. Victoria tries to hug Lee while he babbles something you don't understand. At no time does he look up. Where the hell have you been? Victoria? I thought... But he's here. Give him some space. Thank you. Lee takes a few seconds to start speaking. I think I got lost in the forest. Babe, take it easy. Victoria grabs his arm and Lee tries to smile. I thought I heard the sound of a river. And I felt someone looking at me. After walking for a while, the noise was deafening. But there was no river. Lee starts to cry. Victoria tries to calm him down. As soon as he regains his composure, Lee keeps talking. And then came the white. I don't know how to explain it. It was as if I could see everything and nothing at the same time. And a goat looked up to the sky to watch the shooting stars. It stood up on 2 legs. Well, like this, you know? Just like us. What the hell is going on? I think the time has come. Let me tell you a few things. Luke clears his throat and begins to speak. Although you can't stand his tics or his false dramatics, you want to know what's going on. The Leonids occur every 33 years. Some are intense, like those of 1833 or the ones in 1866. Others are weak, 1899 for example. And those are the ones we have records of. You notice that Victoria grabs Lee's hand. Lou walks over to the window and points to the sky. This year, they're intense again. 1866, 1966, why a 100-year difference and not 99? That 1-year discrepancy bothers me too. And I think it has to do with the problems of our calendar and the periodic adjustments that we are forced to make. Tell me, have you ever seen a medieval manuscript? No one answers. Just as you're about to open your mouth, Lou continues. They are usually adorned with warrior rabbits standing on 2 legs. Do you think these rabbits came from the imagination of medieval scribes alone? Those rabbits existed, and they were annihilated by man. Each meteor shower spawns new bipeds, and it was in one of these storms that mankind arose. What makes us different from all of them is that we survived, by destroying any other biped that came along, or by reducing them to the realm of gossip or fiction. Outside, the creatures begin to fight. Why? What motivates them? And what about Lou? Should you believe everything he says? After all, Lou is a writer. Your grandmother's cough sounds like the noise of a tractor's engine refusing to start. Grandma? You have to kill them all! The voice with which she speaks seems to come from much farther back than her throat. We had a secret weapon. and we would use it to finish off the upright beasts. I bet you it's the machine gun. But they decided to test it in the war. Elsie? What are you talking about? I wanted to take the winners from the battlefield, and they... Your grandma caresses her legs. I just want to finish the mission. Victoria and Lee look at each other. Lou walks up to you and tells you, almost in a whisper, I bet the moles on your grandma's legs correspond exactly to her grandpa's wounds. Did you ever tell Lou about your grandma's legs? You're confused and Lou seems to notice. It's not just free beers at the moose hold. People tell me things. Lou speaks softly, but his words resonate loudly in your head. The moles on your grandmother's legs. Her grandfather's legs riddled by bullets in the Civil War. Could it be that Elsie's grandfather was talking to you through your grandmother's body? The Winans? The Winans! A project that has obsessed you for a long time, and now you think you know why. You decide not to think too much about Elsie, her grandfather, the moles, the men in black. Go get the machine gun! You're terrified that behind all of your decisions, something more than your own free will was at work. Come on. The Winans! Quick, let's get her out! No, it's still not working. What do you mean it's not working? It has some kind of safety mechanism, and I still haven't been able to assemble it successfully. Here, see? The L's. You look at Lou with curiosity. On the blueprints, those L's are the rubric of a secret society founded in the middle of the last century. It's not so secret if you know about if you know about it, is it? Well, Lou doesn't answer you. Why the L? Some say it's because of the way the knight moves on a chessboard. Others say it's because of Lewis Carroll. The author of Alice in Wonderland? Exactly. Okay. Lou closes his eyes, holds a hand to the bridge of his nose, and clears his throat. Can this guy be any more affected? A stick I found that weighed 2 pounds. I sawed it up one day, in pieces 8 of equal weight. How much did each piece weigh? Everybody says 1/4 pound, which is wrong. A riddle. At this moment, Victoria strokes her chin and Lee nods his head slightly, as if he's counting something. Do you think it's time for a riddle, Lou? Lou raises his hand and moves aside. You take a deep breath. It shouldn't be that hard to find the right configuration. Alright, examine the pieces. Okay, so what are we supposed to rotate a piece from the first row? Let's rotate the first piece. Left. Let's see. Second row. Okay, let's go back and do the first one again. Okay, is that gonna be something? But how would I know? Okay, this makes more sense. Let's do first row, the third piece. So there's 9 pieces in all, right? Okay, maybe like this. But I'm not seeing a clear pattern. You know? Second piece. No, that's the right one, I think. I think that's because it like they kind of make sense here. And these don't make sense. So let's try the third row, first piece. No, yeah, this one would make sense. Then the third row, second piece. this would make sense. And then third row, third piece. Does that make sense? No. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Wait, L. Do we have to see the L? Is that the thing? Is that like we always have to read L's all the time? Like this one, this L is wait. Second row, third piece. Like they have to be L's, all of them. That's what I'm not really sure of. Third piece. L. But how would you like why would you start? That's the question, you know? Where the hell would you start exactly? Alright, let's try second piece. That doesn't really look like no, because these don't fit. Second row, third piece. Yeah, they don't make sense. L. Okay. Okay, I think that's the clue. L. Okay, so there's gotta be an L, something like this. Okay, so there has to be like 4 pieces, right? That's the clue up here, right? So the first L, I guess, is supposed to be the leftmost. I'm assuming. First piece. So this one has to be like down. Examine pieces, second row, first piece. See, but that's not it. It doesn't go like that. Alright. It doesn't really go like that. So let's see. First row. Yeah, that doesn't fit. That doesn't work. So I'm guessing that's the right one here. But it's not. See, because like what's the... You know, like what's the section here? Okay, let's go to the third row, third piece. Now I think it would be like this, and then second row, third piece. But it's not an L, this one. But see, okay, so these are the letters, right, that you have to make. But how do you... okay, let's do second row, first piece. So that would be an L, and that would be an L. But then you need, okay, third row, no, not third, second row, third piece. Okay, but then you have this one down here. So, so third row, second piece. But what would it connect with? You know? Because it doesn't connect with anything. Let's see if I can rotate anything from the second row, second piece to connect with that. No, it doesn't make any L. See? That's not it. So that, I don't think that's it. Huh. I need all 4, but I can't get all 4. Doesn't lock. Okay, sorry. If you need any help, this professor is available, Holt. Victoria smiles. You like to tell her one of the stories you know about Lee just to wipe that smile off her face. But you keep quiet. You know that situation has everyone on edge. And you're no exception. Okay, talk to Lou. What was that about the order, Lou? Lou smiles. His smile seems authentic, and you listen to him. The poem I recited to you earlier is by Lewis Carroll, and it mentioned in one of the manifestos of the Order of the L. Okay, so a stick I found that weighed 2 pounds. I sawed it up one day in pieces 8 of equal weight. How much did each piece weigh? L. But why L? A stick I found that weighed 2 pounds. I sawed it up one day in pieces 8 of equal weight. So 2 pounds, right? 2 pounds divided by 8. How much did each, so that's 2.5. 2.25 pounds, right? We have time to get for you to find the answer. Lou looks up to you and shakes and you shake your head. So I'm going to tell you. The answer is not 1/4 of a pound like everyone says. The answer is a little less than 1/4 of a pound. You have to take into account the weight that is lost with the dust that you saw the stick. Lee snorts and Victoria bites her lip. The answer may not convince you, but for the Order, it represented something more important. The answer highlights the differences between abstractions and the real world. In an abstract reality, cutting a branch does not produce dust, but it does in our daily life. One of the main goals of the Order was to bring their riddles, games, and puzzles to the real world. Okay. Lou stands next to you. Can I try, Holt? There's screaming outside. You look at your grandmother, or rather your grandmother's grandfather possessing her body. You wonder if you should accept Lou's help or keep trying yourself. Either way, you're grateful that Lou has stopped talking. Okay, because, I mean... It's just like... I don't know which one is... I mean, okay, let's accept Lou's help. You move to the side and leave Lou in front of the safety mechanism. The mechanism locks into place with a click. Oh, okay, so there was just 2 pieces I had to put. Okay, great. Well, although outside the creature's shouts are getting louder, you can't help but feel a sudden happiness. The Winans is finally complete. Now, everybody out! Elsie stands next to the Winans holding a rifle. Lee, Lou, and Victoria stand back a little. Oh, we're gonna fight them? You crack your knuckles and take a deep breath. At the helm of the Winans' steam-powered machine gun, you feel something strange. You feel it hard to put it into words. It's as if somehow the present has given way to the past. Rabbit men! They are weak creatures, cannot father in the war against the upright beasts. Aim to the center. Shoot. Okay. Aim to the left. Shoot. Okay. Aim to the right. Shoot 2 of them. Aim to the center. Eat this bullet! I'm here to cover you, but don't get too confident! I can kill one upright beast, and then I need to reload. Okay. Beware of the dogmen. They're behind the rabbitmen. The dogmen are more resistant than the rabbitmen, and if you hurt them without killing them, they get mad. Alright, well, center it is. Oh, okay. Well, they get pissed off. Die! Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to... Oh. Hey! Where are you going? Aim to... Okay, so these are rabbitmen, so they're easy to kill. So let's kill... let's go to the right. And then to the left. And then the rabbit should be easier to kill, right? Die! Okay, to the left, because those are harder, like the rabbitmen should be easier, so... Okay. The beasts attack while Elsie tries to reload the rifle and the machine gun cools down. Although you try to defend yourself, the jaws of a creature close around your neck and you bleed to death. Alright, so that wasn't it. Okay. Alright, so let's take care of the center. And then the right, maybe? Because she can shoot. Okay, she shoots him. Okay, but we still died. Okay, wait. Oh, sorry, no. Continue, sorry. Wait. No, continue. Oh, come on. Wait. The game didn't save at all? Are you kidding me right now? Are you fucking kidding me right now? There's no autosave? Are you shitting me right now? Wow. There's no autosave. Survive the coyote attack. Oh, come on. No autosave. Make a really inaccurate drawing. Make a creature's accurate drawing. We missed that. Lose with 25 or more cards to go. Wow, that's really crap. I mean, Jesus. Survival cryptids waves, dial possible deaths, watch the credits until the end. Oh, you know what? I'm guessing that's the end though. Like that would be the end. Like that fight would be the end of the game. Cause it says like survival cryptids waves. That's where we were at. And watch the credits till the end. There's nothing else. Cry your heart out. Answer properly to an unheard question. Lose with 15 or less cards to go. Okay, now I don't know why there's no autosave. Because that's really, I mean, from scene to scene you should save. Like at the very least, right? But maybe that's a good thing if we didn't like go through the whole specific mini game. And we didn't, because if we finish the game, I would feel a little bad, because I usually don't want to, showcase endings of games. I want you to discover them. So that was everyone. That was Mothmen 1966. Hopefully there is going to be an update that adds autosave. That would be nice. But other than that, I mean, there's, as you can see, quite a few things to unlock in the gallery, depending on your choices. So you can definitely replay the game, or well, you could save often and then replay some choices and get all the gallery. I'm not sure what this opens up. Like maybe if you finish the game, there's another thing that maybe another mini game that opens up. Of course, you can play the solitaire, so that's one thing. But that was it, one. That was Mothmen 1966. The game is available if you're interested in seeing it through the end. To the end. You can find it on Steam. It's actually 10% off for the launch weeks for another like 3 days. It is 7.19 euros. So I mean, to be fair, even with without the discount, it's just 8 euros. So it's not an expensive game. It's not a long game, but it's a really cool story, and as you can see, it like the way it progresses, and the discoveries that you make, the different perspectives, and how all the characters converge towards this ending and explanation as to what's going on. I really like that, and hopefully it's going to be that's going to be a theme for the next chapters in the game. Next chapter in this series, which again, the next game in the series is going to be Varney Lake, which is set in a different place. It's set in 1954. It has different protagonists. It has like 3 children that are the protagonists, and maybe there's going to be another character. I'm not really sure, but that's going to be a different thing. For now, that was everyone. That was Mothmen 1966. If you're interested in it, again, you can find it on Steam. It's available on Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. I mean, if you like weird, gripping, thrilling stories, and visual novels, right? Because that's like the root genre, I would say. Then check it out, because it's a really cool thing. Definitely support LCB Game Studio. You can also check out their first pixel pulp title, which is available for free. It's called Shark Riders. I've covered it. You can find it on my channel. Just search Shark Riders, and that's also looks great. It has another weird, but weird as in like it takes you out to this like fantasy world that kind of mixes our reality with some different lore, which is really cool. So you can check that out. You can find Mothmen 1966 on Steam, and of course you can look forward for the next game in the series. It's going to be Varney Lake. I did record a video of the demo of Varney Lake, the demo being available in this build. If you buy Mothmen 1966, you're going to get access to the demo of Varney Lake, and I've played that earlier today. I've recorded a video, so that's coming up. If you're a supporter on Locals, you're going to get access to that video later today. Of course, if you win a game of solitaire, then let me know. And I don't know, maybe we can get you a prize, like a game, maybe a game key for whatever game, like I can give you a list of games and you can choose whichever you want, because that would be really cool, to finish one game of solitaire. But yeah, that was everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, this live stream, it's a live stream. Wait, what? Oh, they're back here. Wait, why? I thought the game was just a solitaire game. Oh, we're gonna go back to... That's odd. I thought like the solitaire game would be standalone. No, we're just taken back to the chapters. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. But I guess that's a chance to get to the like to unlock some new things and get back to the ending. But yeah, that was everyone. Mothmen 1966. Check it out on Steam. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this live stream, give it a thumbs up. If you like what I do here, subscribe. Check out the back catalog. By the way, I'm gonna try to make Lee cry to get that new image unlocked. So check it out, subscribe to the channel, check out the game, subscribe to the channel, check out the back catalog if you want to discover more cool games, and of course, see the ways to which you can support me in the description below. The best way is to join my Locals community at cryptichybrid.locals.com. The link is also in the description below. You can join my Locals community for free. You can become a member and it doesn't cost a thing, and you get all the public posts that I make on there. Or you can become a supporter, and that is $4 a month. And for those $4 a month, you get tons and tons of perks like early access videos. You get support only live streams. You get to decide what I play every Monday on live streams. So for example, if you told me to play, I don't know, Minecraft today, then I would most likely play Minecraft. If you told me to play whatever, doesn't matter. Like if you want to torture me with something, if you want me to play a game that I've covered previously, and you want me to see me, you want to see me playing it again, or you want to see me play your favorite title, then again, if you become a supporter, you can make that happen. Other perks are, as I mentioned previously, you can ask questions for future interviews, you participate in game giveaways, you can request topics, all those perks. $4 a month. Become a supporter. cryptichybrid.locals.com. Other ways to help out are all in the description below. You can give me direct donation through PayPal. There's a PayPal link in the description. You can donate cryptocurrency to the Paystring link. You can tip me bats, basic attention tokens. If you use the Brave browser, you can tip me bats on any video of mine on YouTube. And what else? Oh, and we have a Humble Store link, an affiliate link. Just bookmark that, have it ready, and whenever you use it to buy anything from the Humble Store, you're not gonna pay anything extra for the stuff you buy. You're just gonna tell that store to send me a small percentage of the money you spend there. So it's a very small thing that you can do, but it can go a very long way. That was everyone. That was Mothmen 1966. I'm definitely looking forward to the next chapter, Varney Lake, and because I played the demo, and it's also really cool. It's like the setting is different, like the visual style. I mean, the style is similar, but the color palette is very different because it's a different setting. It's a lot more sunlight, more more blue skies. Brighter lights, more yellow. Fields of gold. So that's coming with Varney Lake. But that was it for me, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow when you live stream, I'm gonna play some more Gladiator Guild Manager because the game got an update. It's an early access and it got an update on Friday, I believe, and a few fixes since then. And there were quite a few things added, like a new arena, some new gladiators, new bosses, new enemy types. So we're gonna check all of those out tomorrow because it's really fun. Like Gladiator Guild Managers, it's a really fun game, and I definitely want to showcase it now that it's been it's moved up throughout the early access period, and it got some new goodies. Thank you again everyone for watching, and until the next time we see each other, have an awesome day. And shoot the Mothmen, just shoot them already. Like don't be frightened, just shoot them. Save the dog, always save the dog. Shoot the Mothmen whenever you see them on sight. Shoot them. Have an awesome day.